Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Yes. Good evening, everyone, or good morning, or good afternoon to everyone in around the world. So, welcome back once again to Pageant Mag Philippines live sessions, and yours truly, Francois is your pageant correspondent. So, we are live simultaneously on Facebook page. On our Facebook page, rather, and of course on our YouTube channel. So, if you are new to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification and follow and like our Facebook page for more pageant updates. We are also on Instagram and TikTok, so please follow us on all our social media platforms. Now, guys, if you have any questions later for our guests, please don't hesitate to drop your questions down below at the comment section. Now, this episode is being brought to us by Celebrity, a celebration of tea of a lifetime. All right, so I believe that you are all excited to meet our guest for tonight. And of course, our esteemed guest for tonight is a Mr. of Filipinas 2021 candidate hailing from Camarines Sur. And you know what, guys? He is only 25 years old and stands 5'10", and currently a student for architecture course, but he is also a young entrepreneur. He owns a business, and of course, he is also a branding specialist and graphic artist. Wow, for foreign clients pa ha, grabe na to. So sana makapag request tayong magpagawa ng mga, alam mo na. And he is also into visual arts such as digital painting and digital portrait making. Wow, he is also an actor and singer. Baka pwedeng magpa-sample later. And he dreams to be on Broadway someday. Wow, Broadway theater. He is a gold medalist in swimming at the age of 13 and became a painting teacher at the age of 17. And this is basically particularly for kids. He also does modeling and hosting, and a multi-awarded debater and campus journalist. Wow. Ano pa bang masasabi ko? My God. He graduated valedictorian in high school and became an editor-in-chief for his university school paper and won various awards, including highest pointer in school's press conference. Whew. He was a Mr. or I don't know if he is a reigning Mr. Bicolandia 2019 and became a production director of a mini concert for a cause during the pandemic. Whew. So guys, please do help me welcome our guest for tonight with a virtual applause, the pride of Camarines Sur, Joshua James Diño. Yes,
Hello.
hello. Oh my
Hello,
God,
hello.
Joshua. Parang naloka
Ayan.
ako dun sa, anong tawag dyan? Naloka ako dun sa introduction. But I
Oh.
believe that's just a few of the things that, well, we could know about you.
Yes,
And
yes.
definitely, there's still more things to know about you, some interesting facts. And that's going to be what you're going to reveal us later. So,
Yes.
how are you doing?
I'm doing great. First and foremost, good evening or good morning and good day to everyone who's watching this live. Thank you so much for being here.
Oops. Of course, thank you so much for accepting our invitation, Josh. And
Thank you so much.
we are definitely very much honored and grateful for gracing our episode for tonight, or I mean, our session for tonight.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you so
so
much.
you're very much welcome, Josh. So, just like what I've mentioned, Josh, that's just a glimpse of, well, the intro was just a glimpse of the things that we know about you. Can you tell us more? Something
Okay.
interesting facts, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so aside from I'm 25 years old and
Mm-hmm.
I sing. Since I was a kid, I do graphic arts, which I do for a living. That's what sustains, supports myself because I'm independent. I live independently, but I live with my family, with my parents right now. But I support myself independently, and at the same time, this graphic arts. I do this for Amazon companies. So if you're going to search
Oh,
for
see.
um, I'm going to check out Amazon.com and look for
Mm-hmm.
the brands like Cervoza, Constitution, Petolution. I do the listing images for these companies and you for these brands, and at the same time, I made the logos for this brand. I'm also awarded logo maker here in
Mm-hmm.
Bicol, and the logos that I made for Constitution, Cervoza, and Petolution are my first logos that are internationally recognized. So it kind of makes me proud to be
Mm-hmm.
Filipino at the same time. So yeah,
Oh my God. So I believe that you are paid or you are compensated much for this. If you
yes,
can just
yes.
share to us, if you can just share to us how much are you being compensated for that? How much is
Okay.
it? Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say how much exactly,
Mm-hmm.
but
Just the
it's
digits. Yeah.
so it's I get paid for around $15 to $20 per hour. That's kind of big when you compare it to the compensation that we get here in the Philippines for the same job.
Mm-hmm.
So and at the same time, I don't want to discourage Filipinos to work for Filipino clients.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, as comparison, and Filipino clients should learn from foreign clients. They're really, really
That's right.
good. They're kind. They don't enslave people. And that's
Mm-hmm.
one thing that's so good about foreign clients. And I have met
Mm-hmm.
good Filipino clients as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, there are Filipinos who strike the balance out of
Mm-hmm.
it. But to most, they should learn.
Yeah, of course. Well, if you've already established that, let's say, I don't know how do we call that. It's just like it's just like talent fee, right? So
Yes.
if you've already established your I mean your talent fee, definitely it will follow. Even you are going to have Filipino clients, so
Yes,
they'll
yes.
definitely follow what you have been receiving, or how you have been compensated from international clients, right?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I love working for Filipinos
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of my Filipino clients were
Mm-hmm.
making a startup for their business. So I love being part of their small beginnings. And then
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing them prosper in their business ventures. And it
Mm-hmm.
makes my heart warm and it makes me really, really feel good about people. Yeah.
Alright, diba? So, ang mahal ng ating guest for tonight. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Ang
Tama
mahal.
lang.
So, you're currently an architecture student, right? What year are you in
Yes.
right now?
I'm actually currently fifth year, in the
Mm-hmm.
fifth year.
Mm-hmm.
And but because of the pandemic, I chose to stop because
Mm-hmm.
I really believe that we cannot do architecture school online.
Mm-hmm.
These are the courses. This are architecture is one of the courses that we should be doing face to face, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't. I think we can learn more and we could do better if it was done face to face. And for
Yeah.
me, it's
Mm-hmm.
really not practical to do it
Mm-hmm.
right now, so I had to stop.
During virtual. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes,
because it's basically skill based, right?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
All right. Oh my God. So this should be your last year. Fifth year should be your last year in
Yes, yes.
architecture, correct? And after which, board exams na.
Yes, board exam after 2 years of internship.
Oh,
So it's part of
okay.
the civil code,
Mm-mm.
the code for architecture that you should be doing 2 years of internship before
Mm-mm.
you are able or before you are accredited to
Eligible to
um,
take, yeah,
yeah, before you
mhm,
can take the board exam.
board exams. Okay. Hmm. And yes,
Yeah,
you've been doing, I mean, you've been singing rather.
yeah, that's one
So,
thing that I do since I was a child.
are you doing it also for competition, something like that?
That's one thing about me. I haven't had any competition that is outside of school. I've
Mm-hmm.
never competed for myself. I
Mm-hmm.
have always represented a certain organization or a
Mm-hmm.
certain group of my classmates, a section in my school. And
Mm-hmm.
the closest thing I've done for competing is
Mm-hmm.
when I auditioned for Wish Covery. This is a competition made by Wish FM,
Mm-hmm.
and I did the audition, but I did not get in to the
Mm-hmm.
competition.
Uh,
So other than that, I do singing
mm-hmm.
on a daily basis. I perform in our church,
Mm-hmm.
and I learn singing almost every day.
Oh,
You,
you might me? Are you asking me? You might want also to give us a sample of your singing
sure.
skills. Mhm.
Yeah, so I do a lot of Broadway songs because that's my
Mhm.
dream, and I always listen to Broadway songs almost every day.
Mhm.
So my most favorite song in Broadway is from Dear Evan Hansen. This is a show
Okay. Mhm.
starring Ben Platt. So
Mhm.
here it is. Do you want me to sing?
Sure.
Okay, okay. So
Even j- yeah. Even just
okay,
even just a short piece of it.
okay. I just woke up, so please pardon my voice.
Mhm.
Um, oh, we see a sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Like we'll be alright for forever this way. Two friends on a perfect day.
Oh
Alright.
my, oh my. So, parang na in love ako doon. Joke.
But the song is actually, if you're
Mhm.
going to watch the show, it's actually
Mhm.
a beautiful lie. The
Mhm.
song, the lyrics, the words that the main character is singing, he's
Mhm.
lying about it. He's just making it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm not
So
really familiar of that. But you know what? Hearing you singing that song is definitely, yeah, it's just impressive. It's just impressive for me.
Thank you
So,
so much.
yeah, you're welcome. Oh, by the way, before we move forward, we have some of your friends in here, some of your supporters.
Yes.
Hi, Felix Dalupang.
Hey,
Yeah.
Felix, brother.
Mhm. Tara na dito samahan mo ako sa
To
training. All right.
training. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
actually training in KF, Kagandahan
Mm-hmm.
Flores.
Are you
And
also going
I'll
for Kagandahan Flores?
yes, I'll be joining him soon,
Mm,
later on
great.
August.
Mm-hmm. So hope to meet you then. And of course, Kent Leo. Hello,
Kent
Kent
Leo
Leo.
is our
Yeah. Good
marvelous
evening to
night.
you.
Good
Mhm.
evening.
Oh, mga suki natin ang mga to. Good evening, Sir
Oh,
and Josh. Yeah, good evening, Nicole. Thank you
hi
so much
Nicole.
once again. Mhm. I love the way he speaks, very articulate.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
that's right. Nino Pili, good evening, Nino, and good evening as well. Hi, Kuya Josh daw. Baka gusto mo
Hi
siyang i-shout
Nino.
out.
Hi Nino from Camarines Sur. Oh, hello, hello.
Yeah, kababayan. Yeah.
Hope to see you soon. Hi Sir Manny.
Yes. Hi,
They're
Sir
my
Manny
friends.
Rabi Huerta. Oh, talaga. Hello po. Thank you for tuning in. And yes, this is my best friend as well, Dandy
Oh,
Janice, all the way from Cebu
oh,
City.
hello Dundee.
Oh, he's basically a Q&A mentor and he's always here. I'm actually bothered already. Just kidding. All right, moving forward. And as you have mentioned on your bio here that you were also joining pageants. When did you start joining pageant, by the way?
I actually started joining pageants in 2017. My first
Mm,
ever pageant that I consider kind of big, kind of huge is Mr. University. In our university, of course. I won the title, and then eventually, talent scouts and handlers started to scout. Yeah,
mm-mm,
they tried to talk to me. We're in the talks. So after a year, I guess in 2018, that was my first municipal pageant, which was
mm-mm,
done in Bao, Camarines Sur. I also got one of the titles as well. And then eventually after that, I joined Mr. Bicolandia for the first time. And then I got the first runner-up award. And then
mm-mm,
after that, I've joined several other pageants.
mm-mm,
And eventually in 2019, my last pageant before Misters of Filipinas,
mm-mm,
I got the title Mr. Bicolandia 2019 Tourism. And yeah, that's basically my pageant experience in the
mm-hmm.
span of 2 years.
Wow. In the span of 2 years, you've already got titles. And
Yeah.
does your title as Mr. Bicolandia also your ticket to joining Misters of Filipinas?
Actually, yes. My manager called me for
Mm-hmm.
Misters of Filipinas, and I signed for my management
Mm-mm.
after I won Mr. Bicolande 2019. And we were not able to turn over yet our
Uh-uh.
title
Mm-mm.
because of the pandemic. And I really hope we could do that this year and give back to Bicolandia.
So which means you're the longest Mr. Bicolandia when it comes to rain.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Ganda ng host at ang pogi. Of course, syempre, di ba?
Yes, yes.
King ang aking guest. So therefore, kailangan maging queen ako. Charot.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for agreeing. Anyways,
By the way,
um,
I just noticed that you're a Diaz. Are you related to Heidelin?
oh my God, you're not the very first person to ask. He was actually my sister. Joke.
Oh,
Not even related.
maniniwala na ako. Pero yeah, Diaz
Mhm.
are really Diaz are legends.
Okay,
And
Miss
I think
Universe, yes. My
that
tita.
applies to you as well.
Mm, I can't agree more.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Thank you so much for that. Parang I'm so much flattered na talaga.
Hi, Drenix. Shout out
Mm-mm.
to kay Drenix.
Yeah. Hi, Drenix Bueno. Oh, Drenix Bueno, thank you for watching once again. I just saw you last night here. So, magiging suki ka na rin. Okay, so yes, we have some questions right here already. However, we'll definitely go back to you guys later. Let's just how shall I say, take this take this time to get to know more about Josh. All right.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and of course, what else do I have to ask you? What's the reason why you chose to join Misters of Filipinas? Well, other than the other men or male pageants that we have right now.
So, well, basically, I believe that everyone has a reason to join. Every one of us, my brothers, in
Mm-hmm.
Misters of Filipinas, have a reason to join the pageant. But as for me, this is one of my dreams. Yeah, because I dream to
Mm-hmm.
have an international title. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm taking a leap closer to that dream. And at the same time, I want to speak for the struggles of those who are not able to speak of them. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because we actually live in a society wherein a lot of people are muffled, a lot of people are muted. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe that when we talk about solutions in the society, the only thing we should believe in is to highlight the good and to learn from the bad. And if we're going to erase, or we will be blinded, or will not be able to look at this certain problems, will not be able to make solutions. So we
That's
will
right.
not create beauty out of the bad. So yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's one thing that I want to express or to share to the world. That's why I joined Misters
Nice.
of Filipinas.
Oh my God, what else can I say? Diba? Yes, Charlo, good evening to you. All the way
Hi.
from Olongapo City. Yeah.
Hi, Charlo.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, this has been a tradition here in Pageant Mike Philippines live sessions
Okay.
that we always play rather, the so-called, the very famous "Have You Ever Had?" So, are you
Okay.
into this?
I'm in.
All
All
right,
in.
good. So, are you ready? Koronahan ka na daw. Mr. Josh is a good speaker.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thank you.
Francis, all the way from Cagayan Valley, Santo Niño, Cagayan Valley.
Hi.
He
Hi,
is my friend
Francis.
as well. Yeah, he is Asunta actually. She looks like Asunta rather.
Hi,
Mm-hmm.
Asunta.
Mm-hmm. Later, maglalatag po ako ng questions. Thank you sa pag-shoutout at poging Josh daw. Oh my
Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, Delmar Bonga. All right. Good evening to you. All right. So let's proceed with our Have You Ever Had, Josh?
Okay.
Ang daldal ko, Josh. So, sa masyadong pasensya na. All right.
I like madaldal. I really
All
really
right.
like talking and
Really.
getting to
So,
know people. So if you're talkative, you're easy to know, and
oh
you're
my
not hard
God.
to love. Yeah,
Oh my
me too.
God. Oh my God. Parang, ewan ko. Joke. Anyways, so let's start with our game. That's Have You Ever Had? Have you ever had worn an oversized or undersized pair of shoes?
I actually, yes. Should I explain, or should I just say yes or no?
Well, we can definitely talk about it.
Okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely yes. When I was in high school, I was the corps commander of our CAT,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was wearing this really smaller, one size smaller um combat shoes.
Combat shoes. Mm-hmm.
So at the on the first day I used it. At the end of that day, my heel was bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
So on the next day, my mother cut out her sanitary napkin and put it on. my heel so that it would help heal and then soak
Uh-huh.
all the blood. So eventually,
Oh.
I get to experience what somehow what girls experience to use a sanitary napkin for blood. So yeah.
Iba rin, 'di ba? Napaka-witty nun ha, sanitary napkin na
Yeah,
yeah. Hi,
and it helped.
Anthony
It
out there.
helped.
Mm.
Hi, Anthony. He's from Albay. He's my
Yeah.
brother here in Mr. Sa
Mhm.
Filipinas.
I already had him last week, I guess.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Mhm. Si Anthony. All right. Greet them in Bicol, Josh. Oh.
I'm
Mhm.
Dios mabalos sa Indaga, boss.
All right.
Ayan.
And dami mong fans ha. Dalawa na kayo ni Romel Ayag na napanood ko na ang gandang magsalita. Go, 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 laban.
Oh,
All
thank you
right.
so
Oh my
much.
God. I'll be having Romel Ayag on the 31st. However, on a different time slot. By the way, let's continue our game. So, have you
Sure.
ever had snacked out from home?
Um, Once I
Mm-hmm.
did. Um, that's
For
when
some
I was
reasons. Mm-hmm.
so down. Yeah, because yeah,
Mm-hmm.
every one of us have experienced or had that kind of rock
Mm-hmm.
bottoms,
Yeah.
and that's when I went to Camarines Water Sports Complex and did some billiards with my
Mm.
friends.
So, how was it? How was your mom's reaction when you went back home?
She's cool with it because she
Oh, really?
knows I'm experiencing teenage kicks.
Discovery. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Now, Josh, how about this? Have you ever had a wish to be a girl?
I've never had. I've never had just yet.
That's fine.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Nagulat ako din.
No, I actually just intended to do that. Mhm.
Mm,
Never had. All right.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
when I guess when my baby sister came, she was like the favorite of the family. So I kind of wished I was a girl, the baby girl, because she's the favorite.
Coming out of jealousy pala eh. Di ba?
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
far in
I love my sister.
So far and by far, Mr. Josh seems to be the most spontaneous speaker among your guests. Yes.
Thank you so
Mm-hmm.
much.
All right. Well, there's actually another one who was really very spontaneous as well. I don't want to mention. I don't want to drop names.
Yeah, we can. Of course, we can compliment our
Mm-hmm.
brothers, my
Of course.
brothers in Mr. Sa Filipinas.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, have you ever had a crush on your instructor or professor or back in high school?
Back in high school, I did
Mm-hmm.
in first year high school. She
Mm-hmm.
became our teacher actually up until fourth year, and
Mm-hmm.
then in college, I had a crush on one of my instructors. She doesn't know this.
Oh.
Her name is Casey. I kind of like her.
For what reasons?
She's a good speaker and she's cute.
Mm-hmm.
She's quirky.
Oh.
She's really unique. She's
Mm-mm.
funny as well. So
Oh.
yeah.
Hi, Ma'am Casey. Now you know. It's one of the revelations, diba? Have you ever had worn your brother's clothes? You have a brother?
Yeah, I do have two brothers. They're older than me. I'm the third boy, third youngest. No, third eldest. Yeah, I'm the youngest
Uh-huh.
boy, and
Mm-hmm.
then yung sumunod sa akin is a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we always do. We always wear each other's clothes,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of funny. It's one of the reasons why we fight sometimes, but we're kind of used to lending clothes to each other because we're not
Mm-mm.
that rich. And
Mm-mm.
whenever one um, needs to wear something that the other person has, of course, we
Mm-mm.
lend, we help.
Diba? Why not? Diba?
Yeah, yeah.
That's very common in siblings. All
Yes.
right. How about, have you ever sold any of your pre-loved items?
Yeah, I did. Of course, I'm an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
I just sold my around 30 clothes that I was not able to wear anymore, and those clothes that I was never able to wear. So I bought them, and then I just did not get the occasion or the time to wear them.
To
So
wear them.
I opted to like sell it
Oh, by the way,
for other people.
speaking of being an entrepreneur, so yeah, I think I forgot to ask you about this a while back. So, can you tell us about your business?
Okay. So the first thing I have, the first business that I
Mm-hmm.
started during this pandemic is a clothing line.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pre-loved clothes. So it's
Uh-uh.
called 1111 Apparel. So I love 11 because it's named 1111 because I had my first dog. He's a golden retriever.
Mm-hmm.
The name I gave him was 11, and then he died, so I have to give him some credit for the success that I'm getting in my life. So I named the business 1111 Apparel. And then the second business that I made was because of my breakouts during this pandemic.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's aware of mask acne. So one thing that I learned about wearing masks is there are two reasons why we break out when we wear
Mm-mm.
masks. The first one
That's
is
right.
for dirt. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's when you get so dirty and then you
Mm-mm.
break out. And then the second one is for friction, when
Mm-mm.
our skin is so sensitive and then the fabric of our cloth mask is
Mm-mm.
not that good for our skin, we
That's
tend
right.
to break out. So because of that idea, I
Mm-hmm.
look for technologies to actually battle against mask acne, and I learned that silk is a good fabric for the skin. So
Mm-hmm.
I designed a mask, um, a silk mask, and then mass produced it. Right now we're on our pre-selling phase. So
Wow.
it's available in 7 colors. So
Mm-hmm.
right now I'm looking at these colors, which colors are going to be the most popular and the
Mm-hmm.
least popular. So after the pre-selling process, I'll produce it for the market eventually.
Wow. Wow, I'm hoping to have one of it as well.
I have,
So,
sure, sure. I'll be bringing some of it in Manila and in Negros in
mhm.
Dumaguete. Yeah,
Wow. I'm really hoping to have at least one of that because yeah, that's basically one of the problems right now when wearing
yeah,
masks. So always this basically on the lower part is actually affected
yeah.
when wearing mask. So yeah, lagi may
Actually, everyone
breakouts.
can
Yeah.
check it out on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. It
Mm-hmm.
the page is called Silk PH, CILQ PH.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to check out how it looks like, it's really really
Mm-hmm.
cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about its antibacterial thing like that? I don't know how
Uh,
to say it. Yeah.
Yeah. The silk mask is, of course, it's washable, but at the same time, silk is one of the cloths that the fabrics that accumulate the least
Mhm.
dirt because it has ions, and you can use it for like 30 days
Mhm.
according to your usage. If you're kind of dirty, yeah, or your environment is kind of dusty, of course you have to
Mhm.
wash it on a regular basis. But if
That's right.
you live in a confined place, you can use it for as long as 30 days.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
di ba? Nakatipid pa, di ba?
absolutely.
Di ba? Pero syempre, hindi rin ganun ka, ano ha, kamahal.
Yeah, it's actually cheap.
Really, very
Yeah, yeah,
affordable.
yeah. Right now, I'm selling it for 100 pesos.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Francis, you can resell actually. We can actually be a reseller of this, right?
Yes,
Mm,
definitely.
diba? See? Ayan na, may ano ka na, may customer ka na.
That's so great.
But let me just ask this, Josh.
Sure.
Continuing with our have you ever had? Have you
Okay.
ever had fallen in love with your best friend?
No, but my best
Mhm.
friend fell in love with me.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's
uh,
actually yeah.
how did you take
So
that? That's
um,
interesting.
that's actually one of the most complicated parts of my life and my in my growing up years. So I grew up with my childhood best friend, and we were best friends up until we were teenagers, or I guess up until we were 21 or 20. And then eventually, of course, as we age, we experience this kinds of feelings. So
Intimacy.
yeah, she
Mhm.
was actually looking at me on a different frame or a different lens now. So
Perspective.
as for me, I was focused on studying, and I did not look at it that way. And then she was the problem with it was she was not honest about her feelings. She did not embrace it, but she tried to what you call that, she tried to control me with my
Mhm.
decisions. She doesn't want me to go my way, or
Mhm.
to the way where she can't go. So
Mhm.
that's when it became problematic. And
Oh.
then we stopped talking for like a month or so. And then
Mhm.
eventually we had to make amends and talk to each other, and
Mhm.
we were good already right now. And but the sad part about it, we were not able to revive the friendship,
The friendship.
because it's what the problem broke, or what the problem
Oh.
destroyed. So yeah, we're friends right now, but our closeness is not the same.
Oh.
That's sad.
Sayang. Sayang.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
by
a
the way,
song
before
for
we
her
proceed.
actually.
Oh, what is it? Can you sing
But
that for
it
us?
was not I did not write the song. The song Leaves by Ben and Ben.
Mm-hmm.
I That's one song that I always sing when I remember her,
Mm-hmm.
because both our lives were broken, or both
Mm-hmm.
our lives were like affected because of what happened. So
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Can you share a
Um
stanza for us?
yeah. For me, the chorus, it says a lot, like
Mm-hmm.
the leaves will soon grow from the barrenness of trees, and all will be alright in time. Yeah, that's all.
That's so sad. Oh, by the way, before we proceed with our game, Francis is asking, they say Bicolanos are Oragon or Oragon.
Ah, yeah,
What
yeah.
does it mean? Mm-hmm.
Oragon means being excellent or being good at something. So it can also be attributed to being fighters. So Bicolanos are fighters. If you're gonna say Bicolanos are Oragon, Bicolanos are fighters, or Bicolanos are the best. That's what it means.
Sabi kinikilig yung mamang host. Yes, I am. I've been very honest.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the honesty.
I've been very honest, Ren, so you don't have to mention joke. All right, so by the way, there's another friend of mine who wants to partner with you on your business. It's
Oh, that's
Dandy.
great.
Mm-hmm. All right, diba? So, ayan, nakakakuha ka ng tawag dito, nakakakuha ka ng business
Partners.
partners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, there you go. Let's continue. Okay. Have you ever had eaten street foods or Pinoy street foods such as chicken intestine and all that.
Of course, that's my favorite. Growing up, palagi akong kumakain ng street food. Favorite ko is kwek-kwek, of course,
Mm-hmm.
because it's protein. And
All
of course,
right.
it is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I
But it's
love
high in
isaw as well.
cholesterol, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
kinda.
Mm-hmm.
But you can work it out.
Yeah, isaw.
I
Mm-hmm.
just ate street food kagabi with
Oh,
my friends.
kakagutom. All right.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because we brought with us a bar stool, like
Mm-hmm.
that one in the bars or clubs,
Mm-hmm.
and then we ate on that stool in front of a stall, street
Uh-uh.
food stall, which is so funny. Para kami nag-chill doon na nasa bar.
Mm-hmm. So Francis is asking how he is 5'10".
Yes.
Yes, all right. 5 feet and 10 inches. All right. Continuing. Have you ever had too much fun at a party at 25?
Of course, I did.
Mhm.
That's when I got wasted, um, thrown up all over the place.
Mhm. How did you get home?
My friend has a car.
Mm-hmm.
He brought me home, and then yeah, I woke up in the morning, like feeling like nothing happened.
So for sure you threw up as well inside the car.
No, actually, we opened the window, and then I was throwing up
Mm-hmm.
all over the road.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to stop because it's spreading.
Yeah. All right. So Mr. Diño pati greet and mention mga Oragon using Bicol. Mm-hmm.
Ayan, sa mga Oragon na mga taga Bicol, Diyos mabalo sa Indoga boss. Salamat sa pagsuporta and salamat sa pagpadangat.
Oh, hindi ko naintindihan. Anyways,
Ayan. You want me to translate it to you?
sure, by all
Ayan.
means. Mhm.
You might want to learn how to speak in Bicol.
Absolutely, very
Yan.
soon.
Actually, sinabi ko is s- to the Bicolanos, to the Oragons, Dios Mabalos is salamat or
Salamat.
yun, salamat and salamat sa pagsuporta at salamat sa pagmamahal. Yung pagpadangat.
Pagpadangat.
Pagpadangat is pagmamahal.
Pagmamahal. Yun.
Yes.
Pagpadangat. Ayan. So, dangat is the root word. Tama ba?
Padangat.
Ay, padangat.
Yeah.
So, when you say, I love you, ganun.
Padangat ka.
Ay, padangat ka.
Yes.
Alright. Padangat ka. Joe!
Or other languages actually. We have several factions of the language here. Other people say padaba.
Padaba. Uh-huh.
Yes, padaba taka. Yun. So padangat or padaba.
Padangat or padaba. Yeah. Si Shane hindi ako tinuturuan. Joke. Sabi ni Zari, let's go party. Ayan, may invite si Zari. Oh, Zari, thank you for watching once again.
Definitely. Let's party.
She's one of our Suki every night. And yeah, right. So, see, looks check, smile check, brain surely check, height check, malaki chance to Mr. Shows. All right.
Thank you so much.
Oh my
Thank you
God.
so much.
Very, very intricate when it comes to, how shall I say, iba sa yung mata niya for guys, very intricate talaga.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ayan, also pala, in addition to the padangat or padaba,
Mhm.
if you really, really, really love someone, we have a superlative way to say it.
Oh, gusto ko yun.
Yeah. You say padangatun.
Padangaton taka. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Padangaton taka or padabaon taka.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm learning.
That sounds great. That sounds great. Clap, clap.
I should record that yet.
Yeah. And you should go to Bicol and then tell everyone padangatun taka.
Actually, I've already visited Bicol back
yeah.
in what was that? 2008, I guess, or
Oh,
2007. That was a
um,
time when Ginobatan, uh, s- yeah, got stricken by this lava, I guess. Yeah,
typhoon. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Typhoon, actually, Typhoon Reming.
Millennia, Reming, yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's when that's the year when there is this three typhoons struck
Yes,
Bicol
uh,
consecutively, and
that's
then
right. Mhm.
the hardened lava on Mount Mayon, they was filled with water, soaked with water, and then they it became a landslide
Mhm.
to Ginobatan, and a lot of homes got covered, you know, like roof height.
Mhm. That's right.
Some of the a lot of the residents were buried alive. Some of them were not able, were not recovered, so they just
Yes.
pitched candles there.
And the
Yeah.
rocks are, and the lava rocks are as big as houses.
Yes, yes.
Mhm. Oh, may nagmamahal sa'yo. Oh,
Yes, yes.
padangat
Padangat
ka.
taka. Padangat takaman.
Ayun.
Marina
Marahay
Banggi,
na
last time
pagi.
we...
Good evening,
Oh,
right? Yeah, alam ko
yeah.
yan.
Marina
Mhm.
Banggi. Hi,
Isa lang
Maki.
alam ko. Isa lang alam kong hindi ko nakakalimutan na ano, Bicolano.
Yes.
Bicol dialect. Ay, Bicol dialect tama ba?
Yeah.
It's Sarong Banggi.
Yes, Sarong Banggi is one night.
One night,
It's a
yes.
song. It's a song.
Mhm.
It's a real, real good folk song.
And there was an indie film for that, actually, Sarong
Yeah.
Banggi. It was good. It was with Jacqueline Jose and Angelo something because we watched that in the in 2008 as well, I guess.
Yes.
Mhm. Hello, Hans. Oh my God. Sobrang marami ka ng ano ha.
Thank you, Reynaldo.
Ayun, ang dami nagmamahal padangaton, taka. Sabi, Francis! Ay, naglalandi ka, Francis, ha?
Ayan, it's actually padangaton taka na tulos. When you say that you
Ah,
love a person already, padangaton taka na tulos.
oh my God. So, padabata ka na maray ta mabuotan ka. Oy, Sir Alex.
Oy,
Hello,
Sir
Sir
Alex. Hello,
Alex.
Sir Alex Moiko.
Yes, Sir Alex, thank you for watching once again.
Yeah, see you soon, Sir Alex. The last time I
All
saw
right.
Sir Alex was in Hui when I joined a pageant. I won that pageant. He was one of the judges.
Mhm. I didn't understand this. Padaba taka, I know love, taka, namaray, tamabuotan ka.
Yan. Padaba ta ka. Sige, I'll translate it to you. Padaba ta ka na maray, mahal na mahal kita ng sobra. Yung maray is parang,
Superlative.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
sobra.
Uh-huh.
Kasi ang bait mo.
Thank you so
Yan, ta
much, Sir
mabuotan
Alex.
ka.
Mabuotan ka. Thank you so much, Sir
Yes.
Alex. Ako, nafa-flatter ako ha. I love that. Yun. All right, let's move forward. Puro ito na ang ano, nababasa natin. Anyways, have you ever had tried cutting classes?
I did. I actually tried cutting classes in college. In high school, I've never tried that because I was all eyes on my grades, trying to be valedictorian. So I
Mhm.
succeeded in high school, but in college, it was a different story. There were these times actually that I really don't feel like going to school, going to class,
Mhm.
because you know that when you're a student, you feel the passion of a teacher,
Mm-mm.
and you know when a teacher doesn't have that. So there are times that when there are teachers that you cannot feel that they love teaching, they
Mhm.
know what they're doing. Um, you don't really feel like going to class as well. So
Mhm.
I have these friends. We just go to their home, and then we watch a movie, and
Whew.
and we
Now I
cook.
understand. Now I understand why were my students are not attending my class. Joke.
Oh no, no. Some students are like having problems. Yeah, and I
Mhm.
think you're a really good teacher. If you're a
No,
teacher,
I was a teacher, yeah,
was a teacher. Yeah.
for college students, first year and
Mm.
second year college students. Yeah. All right. Ayun. So I guess we have revealed a lot about Josh, our guest for
Yeah.
tonight. So I think yeah, you've he's very relatable, just like everyone else, like right.
Thank you. Thank you.
In St. Louis, yeah, I taught in St. Louis. Yeah. All right, so yeah, I think he's very relatable, just like everyone. And yes, thank you so much for being honest, or for your honesty, rather, Josh. And
Yes. Thank you
you
so
will
much as well.
hmm And what else? We'll definitely entertain all your questions later, guys. Oh, by the way, there was a question here a while ago, which is also coming from Drenix Bueno the third. Okay, have you ever had gotten a horrible haircut?
Yeah, of course. That's basically my third year to fourth year high school experience. We always
Mhm.
have this army cut. I don't like that. I think I have a horrible haircut every day. But I tend to um, live with it because it's part of the discipline that
Mm-hmm.
we have in CAT. So
That's
yeah,
right. Mm-hmm. Everyone experienced that as well. CAT,
yeah.
ROTC at my time, something like that. Yeah, we had that as well. Diba, Francis? Francis was my classmate back in college, so that's
Oh,
why.
you have a lot of experiences, I guess. Stories to
Yeah.
tell.
Yes, absolutely. So when we return, guys, after this very short break, we'll definitely talk more about social issues and we'll definitely ask your questions directly to our guests. All right.
Oh,
So
thank you
please
so much.
stay tuned in.
Yeah, stay tuned.
All right, we are
All right.
back. All right. So the very first question we have right here is coming from Delmar Bonga. So
Okay.
his question goes this way: what can you do to convince people to pursue their career or dreams even they are struggling with financial problem?
Okay. So for me to convince them, when we have a dream, when we're planted a dream, um,
Mm-hmm.
we do everything. And there
Mm-hmm.
are times that we experience struggles, and it's part of the journey. We don't I believe that in order to achieve a victory, you have to fight. So
Mm-hmm.
if you don't fight against and in spite and despite of that
Mm-hmm.
financial struggle, then you'll not have the victory. And I know that all eyes is on the prize, and
That's
all
right.
eyes is focused on your goal. So if you're struggling financially, there are a lot of other people who could help you, and you could make ways to
Mhm.
provide for yourself, of course.
That's right.
And like for example, you can be an entrepreneur and
Mm-hmm.
try to manage the hustle and try to manage your time for your future, because what matters is the future, and at the same time your current dream. And
Mm-hmm.
but don't forget, of course, to take care of yourself and um, be healthy, because your dream will come to waste if you don't get to enjoy it when you have it already.
Yes, that's
Yun.
right. Actually, I also have a fair experience of this. That regardless, that yes, of course, we are not wealthy as
Mm.
well. So, well, all I want before is well back then is to finish something like finish my college. But
Mm-hmm.
I went more than just one college degree. So
Whoa,
I
that's
think yeah,
great.
no dalawa lang naman joke.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Two is
So mhm.
incredible.
Yeah, and
To finish
then
one nga is like applaudable, of course,
mhm,
because a lot of people doesn't do that, can't do
mhm.
that. So yeah, that's so great.
Yeah, yeah, because well, finishing my college, my undergrad was actually that's actually a very roller coaster. That's actually a roller coaster for me because I
Oh,
went on to work to work as well. I studied as a working student as well, and then after which, when I had my second degree, which is another undergrad course,
whoa,
someone already helped me to pursue it, even
yeah,
my
diba?
postgrad. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you help yourself, you get help from other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Who we have a question here. Thank you so much for that, Delmar Bonga.
Yeah.
And Yan, coming from Zari Balikwas, all the way from Marilao, Bulacan. So my question po dito is very viral. Yes, I know. From Binibining Pilipinas question, actually, coming from Boy Abunda. Okay, so the question is, when is it okay not to be okay, and when is it not okay not to be okay?
Of course, we know that it is okay not to be okay because we have our ups and downs, but
Mhm,
believe that being not okay is temporary. And
mhm,
it is not okay not to be okay if you stay not okay
mhm,
because we are fighters. We are, a breakthrough is just hopes away. So if you believe that you can overcome anything, it is not okay to stay at the
mhm.
bottom. You have to
All
rise
right.
above it.
There you go. See? Oh, parang sisiw lang ha. From Sir Manny Rabi Huertas,
I
what makes you handsome, Josh?
I believe what makes me handsome is my smile, and it is rooted in my heart. Yeah, because I have so much love to share to the world. I have so much love to share to everyone, and that radiates in my smile.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hi, Jess. Hi, Sir Jess.
Hi, Tito
Juaniza.
Jess.
Yeah. Hello po.
He's
And
my manager, actually.
yeah, he's actually my chatmate.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Joke. Whenever I need something, actually, so I always go to him.
Yeah.
Magtagalog naman kayo. Sure. Huwag ka namang
Sige.
magmura. Huwag ka naman pong magalit.
Walang
Okay.
problema.
Oh, Sir Alex, comment niya, Franz Wadilles, si Josh Ansaro sa mga pinakamurag
Maurag.
magsimbag ay maurag.
Yes.
Maurag.
Yeah,
Magsimbag
maurag
sa
sa
Q&A
Q&A. Sa buong buhay ko na pag-judge sa male
sa Mil
pageants.
Pageants. Parehas ka mo articulate and smart. Oh,
Yes.
parang yun lang naintindihan ko yung last.
Fist bump.
So, thank you so much po, Sir Alex.
Thank you,
Talagang,
Sir Alex.
grabe ka, Sir Alex. Ha? Masyado mo akong fina-flatter. Yan. All right. So, let's move on. What do you think the government could... Oh, sorry po. We cannot ask the question, Sir Kent. It's political. So, if you could just simplify the question that is not really political, so that could not be sounded like political. So please do so. Thank you so much. I do apologize for that, sir. All right. Mhm.
Thank you, Tito Jess.
Mhm. The bill to raise the age of sexual consent is currently 12 years old and still pending in the Senate. What are your insight about this?
For me, it's actually not to raise. The bill
Mhm,
is actually trying to mark it down. It's from
mhm,
15, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, to
mhm.
12. And I believe it's a wrong move. We should
Mhm.
raise it above because 12 years old is just a child. You know,
Yes, that's right. Mhm.
that the person is a minor. So when
Mhm.
we talk about consent, it should be something that people understands, the individual understands. So how can a 12 years old understand sexual consent if the person is that age?
Mhm.
So we, in order to do that, there's a lot to work on but
Mm-hmm.
it is impossible for us to do that because of the age barrier that we have. Because if we're going to make a lot of sex education to a lot of people, to a lot of individuals, it will still be a long process for them to understand sexual consent. So if we're marking it down, it's a wrong move. We should
Mm-hmm.
raise it above, actually above 15
Mm-hmm.
years old, maybe 17 or 18, so that these individuals who consent to sexual acts are already understanding, are already aware of what they're doing,
That's
because
right.
sex is a big thing that could
Mm-hmm.
actually ruin or make their future. So there's so much to do, so much legwork to achieve and to do regarding this marking down of the sexual consent age.
Yeah, I think so. I definitely believe in you. And I think this is so much related to the Republic Act 10354, I guess, which is the responsible reproductive health act, which is no longer a bill because,
Yeah.
yeah, the RHA is already an act that is, well, it opens the how do I say, contraceptives to everyone, particularly to, to the minors.
Yeah.
Because in the
For me to I'm for that. I'm
mhm,
for um liberation, and I'm
mhm,
for giving them these things for
mhm,
contraception, but it
mhm.
should come with education. It should
That's
come
right.
with constant reminders and constant
Mhm,
teaching, because they will not be able to use it if they don't know
mhm.
how.
The problem is that the teenage pregnancy is basically the increasing as of the moment.
Yes.
Even just last year, the most recent statistics on teenage pregnancy and even adolescent fathers is, well, meaningfully, it's significantly increasing. So the RHA bill does not, or do yeah, the RHA bill does not do anything with it. So meaning it's not being effective to give those contraceptives. Rather, I think, in my own opinion, one of the best thing to somehow um, prevent the increase of uh, teenage pregnancy or adolescent fatherhood is to somehow whew, educate educate them
Yes, I
at
believe that we
home.
should
At
actually
home,
open
yeah.
the talk
Hmm.
regarding it. Everyone should be able to talk about it, because it's not a taboo topic to talk about, because
Hmm.
it's normal for humans to
Yes.
have that urges.
Hmm.
It's human nature. So
Hmm.
parents should be the first one to get educated, so that they could be good parents to their young ones, and teach these kinds of things to a lot of to their children.
That's
So
right.
yeah.
Mm-mm. And I think so. Openness at home to talk about sex education, and of course, even with the teenagers as well, the children should
Yeah.
also be open to the family.
Yeah,
All right. Mm-hmm.
that's one thing. That's one reason I believe that hampers the
Mm-mm.
solution to the problem, when we're
Mm.
not open, when we don't talk about it,
That's
when we
right.
don't shed a light on it. So
Mm-mm.
a lot of things happen in the dark. So
Yeah, that's right.
we should
Whew.
turn on the lights.
Especially that teenagers are on the stage of discovery, so they are very much curious on things that we are not talking about. So
Yes.
yeah, openness is definitely very much necessary in the family. Whew, ayun, parang naano ako dun, ha, nag-init ako. I mean, na-ignite. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how does a masculine man sees the world, and can how he can pass that vision to others? Well, thank you so much for that, Nino, and thank you so much, Nad, for the question a while back.
Okay, so that question is really, really good.
Mhm,
Masculinity is something that we should actually celebrate. A lot of people think that talk about toxic masculinity, but
mhm.
for me, masculinity is not toxic. It only becomes toxic when those who are not really masculine pretend to be masculine, and
Oh.
they tend to oppress other people, other
Mm,
genders. So
mhm,
for me, a masculine man sees the world with a lot of compassion, a lot of
mhm,
sacrifice, a lot of work, and a lot of protection to
mhm.
give to other people.
That's
And
right.
the thing to do it, the thing to pass it on to others, pass
Mhm,
the vision to others, is to talk about it, of course, and to
mhm.
be friends with other people, to make connections and to make bridges other than making walls. So for me, being able to touch other people is to be able to pass that vision.
So there you are, Dandy. You have it right. You heard it right. So be, don't pretend to be masculine anymore. Just kidding. Just kidding, Dandy. You know how much I love you. All right. We have a follow up question. Actually, I have a follow up question on that. Speaking of
Okay.
masculinity. All right. Um. Well, in your own opinion, Josh, what is the most pressing issue that men are facing today?
Yeah. For me,
Mhm,
this is really relevant to my university actually. So
mhm,
a lot of other people are in the university. They have this men empowerment position. They put it in the university student government. But I believe that we can always empower men so long as men do not overpower other genders. So if we men cater the plight and the struggles of other genders, then we could be called empowered men because as men.
Oh, we lost him. Perhaps there's a technical issue on his end, so we'll just wait for Josh. So for now, while waiting for Josh, thank you so much, guys, for your questions. I will try my very very best to ask all these questions to him. Okay, ang daming questions ha. Host, wag wag na ikwento ang masters. Please, nakaklase tayo. Yes, hindi na natin pag-uusapan yan dahil hindi naman akong highlight. Okay.
Ayan.
There you go. Anong
Naputol
nangyari?
ako. I don't know.
Uh,
Nakalabas ako
mm,
bigla sa StreamYard. So, yan.
oh,
The important thing is I'm back. So,
yes,
hello again,
absolutely.
everyone.
All
So,
right. So
ayan.
thank
Going
you for
back to
your
what I'm
patience,
saying.
guys. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Thank you so much for the patience. Patience. So, as men, I believe that we should be protecting, we should be compassionate, we should be sacrificing, and
Mhm,
um, loving at the same time. So when you talk about men in general, that's what comes to my mind. Um,
mhm,
it makes you strong as a man if you learn to love and to embrace your
mhm.
weaknesses and to open your arms and to protect and embrace other people as well.
What about in the movements that are basically, well, coming around right now? It's the particularly in very particular, the women empowerment. So are you not being threatened by that? That
Of course
maybe
not.
one of mm-hmm,
Of course not.
mm-hmm,
If you are a man and
mm-hmm,
you know that women are equal to
mm-hmm,
in the equals in the society, and we should support this fight, this plight
mm-hmm,
for women empowerment, because if we don't empower everyone in the society, if someone is left out in the society, our society becomes problematic and our society will not prosper because we are leaving other people behind, a huge chunk of the population behind. So in order to grow as a society, as a world, in order to grow, we should empower, we should help each one and not just
mm-hmm.
some.
All right, perfect. So So kailangan na talaga natin, we really need to move away from being patriarchal, di ba? Because we've
Yes,
been
yes,
living in patriarchal for so long, for centuries ago. So yeah,
yes, yes.
acknowledge women as well. All right, we have another question. We have a question coming from Aaron James Cruz. Ang tanong, talaga, anong masasabi mo sa kabataan ngayon na pagdating sa mobile games na nawala na sa disiplina?
Ayan. For me, the youth who are actually, addicted to mobile games, there's a
Mhm,
lot of things to look into it. There
mhm,
are a lot of reasons why they do that. They are experiencing something individually. Like anyone who is addicted to something, they
mhm,
are experiencing some struggles in their lives, and they are people who need attention. They are people who need help. So for me, it is not for us to judge them or to condemn them for being addicted to mobile games and losing their discipline. There's a deeper meaning or a deeper reason why they do that, and that's what we need to do. That's what we need to look into, and that's the reason why communication should always be opened in our families. Because if the children are doing this, there's a reason, and we should know that. We should know that reason and help them solve that
mhm.
problem from that root.
Wow. What else can you say, Dandy? Okay, so we have a question coming from Kent Leo. Do you think being handsome and intelligent will get you far?
Okay, I remember this question. Actually, Sir Alex Moico asked that question in our pageant in Tiwi Albay. Yeah, and I
Mm-hmm.
believe it does. I believe in what you call that, pretty privilege. If you heard of that term, pretty privilege, handsome and beautiful people has that kind of privilege. And as a handsome person and as beautiful people, we also have to help other people as well, because
Mm-hmm.
it helps us having that attribute, having that character in ourselves. It gets us farther than other people, in the same way that other people are privileged with skills, other people are privileged with talents. Our beauty is something that we should embrace and something that we could use to inspire other people as well.
Exactly. Kasi kaysa sabihin kang ganda lang yan. Ganon.
Mm-mm.
Diba? Make use of it. Mhm. All right. So we have a question coming from Dandy Estrera. Dandy Jan
Mm-hmm.
Estrera, my mentor friend. How can you promote Bicolandia to the whole world? Any branding thoughts? Hmm.
Actually, there's a lot to love about Bicol. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of places, a lot of tourist spots. But I believe that one thing that we could use to promote Bicolandia is to highlight and emphasize our beautiful people. And every person here in Bicol, we are beautiful. And the reason why there are really, really good places here in Bicol is because the people here protects the environment. The people here protects our good places, our
Mm-hmm.
beautiful places. And for me, the branding thought that I have in Bicol is um, number one is Bicol Oragon. Yan. We are the best. So that's one thing that we could use as a branding for
Mm-hmm.
Bicolanos. And at the same time, we could highlight the places. Like for example, one thing that I'm doing is making branding Pili, our hometown. Pilino, we call our people here Pilinos.
Mm-hmm.
And I use the hashtag Pilino Power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and at the same time, here in my journey, I don't only highlight myself, because at the back of everything we see here in Mr. Filipinas, we are supported by a lot of people. We are
Yeah,
surrounded by helpers, by brothers and sisters who work hand in hand with the candidates. So
that's
for
right.
me, I will also highlight them because they are awesome people. They are beautiful people who helped me achieve what we are achieving right now.
That's right. So, Oragon.
Yes, Oragon.
Oragon, diba? So there you have it. And Oragon is very much known to everyone. So,
Yes.
yeah. Kaya, yun nga, parang may nagtanong kanino what it means by Oragon. So, when yung mga tanong na ganon kasi parang that's definitely well touches them or
Yeah.
motivates them to visit a place.
Yeah, and in actually in pageantry, it actually shows because
Mhm.
um I'm sure everyone heard of Venusra. She's
Of
from Batu, Camarines
course.
Sur. Yeah.
Mhm.
And a lot of
Of
people came from
course.
Bicol. Catriona Gray, she's from
Mhm.
Albay.
Mhm.
And it makes me really, really proud and thankful. And having Camarines Sur on my sash,
Mhm.
like it's kind of heavy, but it's the heavy that we love to bear, the heavy that we love to carry, because it makes us who we are and it makes us proud.
Mhm. Melody Gersbach. Diba?
Yes.
Yes. And you know what? Venus Ra is Dandy's favorite beauty queen.
That's awesome.
Right, Dandy? Right, Dandy? When we were first year. All right, so there you go. Thank you so much, Dandy, for the question. And of course, we have another question coming from Aaron James Cruz. And that's gonna be, kung
Yes.
ikaw ay kasing liit ng langgam, sino ang iniidolo mo sa buhay at bakit?
Well, I guess if I'm as small as an ant, is that the
Mm-hmm.
question, no? Kasing liit ng
Yes,
langgam.
that's right.
Sino ang iniidolo mo sa buhay at bakit? Yeah. I think it's kind of a stretch, pero I'll go answer that question.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I'm as small as an ant, I guess my idol is another ant. Yeah, who's been there for me, who has helped me a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and who has served as a role model for me as a
Mm-hmm.
person as small as an ant. So
Yeah.
it's of course, if you're small as an ant, you can have dreams bigger than your size.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in God, and the reason why He gives us dreams bigger than ourselves is because He is bigger than ourselves, and He is the
That's
help that we'll get whenever we need.
You know what? I like the logic there, or I mean the analogy that
Yeah.
when you're an ant, of course you're not really have to look for human person, look up for a human person, right? You really have to look up for your same kind, right? I like that. We have a question coming from Zari Balikwas. Last question. Sabi niya, love you po. Sinong love mo, ako o siya? What is your message in the millennials or to the millennials out there who are suffering from a depression right now?
Yeah, it's actually one of the reasons why my advocacy was formed. I was I experienced depression as well in my life during
Mhm,
my growing up years. And the message I could give the millennials out there is that whatever we have right now is just a phase. It's
mhm,
part of the process, and we should embrace it, embrace the process. And
mhm,
our depression is our response to that. And I believe that I'm not a professional, but this is one thing that I do. I remind myself that there is good in the end of everything,
mhm,
and there is something really great that awaits you in the future. You only have to keep moving, because we get depressed, we feel bad about ourselves because we don't feel like we're moving. So
mhm,
one thing that I learned about life, and this is one thing that I read in the internet. If a tornado is seems to be not moving, it's moving towards you. And that's the same mindset that I have. If you feel like you're not moving, then you're moving on the right track. you feel like
Mm-hmm.
you're not progressing, then you are closing in, or you are moving towards where you want to be. So if you feel like you're still going, feeling depressed, feeling like you're down, try to find something, try to do something that is worthwhile. Try to
Productive.
find a hobby or something that is productive, of course, and then make sure that this thing gets you closer to that dream. So if you feel depressed because of another reason, like for example, you don't still know what you're supposed to do in this world, try to explore. Try to discover yourself, try to discover your environment, and try to make to know your interests and make a dream out of your interests, because your dream and your future is only the door, or the key to your future is only around you. You just
Mm-hmm.
have to keep moving.
Mm-hmm. You just have to look around. So, yeah. Yeah, and so we are basically speaking with a motivational speaker, right?
Thank you so much.
All right, so we have a question from Aaron once again. Meron ka na lang 100 pesos sa iyong pitaka. Para kanino mo ito ibibigay at bakit?
Okay. So that actually, I will answer this from experience, because today I only had 100 pesos in my pocket.
Mm-mm.
Coming home from the gym. So the first thing I did, of course, is I bought food for myself,
Mm-hmm.
because you cannot share anything if you yourself is lacking.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing that I did was I bought some food for myself, so that I could have dinner tonight, and
Mm-hmm.
then metaphorically, looking at it, if you have 100 pesos for yourself, of course you can always have an option. Of course, it depends on the situation. If you need to help other people, if you need to provide for another person, but if it is only a situation of a day that you have to provide for yourself, then of course buy the essential goods that you need for yourself, because tomorrow is another day. You can always provide for yourself, or look for other means to provide for yourself, and make that
Mm-hmm.
100 peso more than 100 peso.
That's right. Okay, so I think Aaron is learning from you.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm also
another
learning from this from
questions,
these
right?
questions.
Mhm. All right. So another question coming from Sir Kent. As a man full of vision, what can you do to make this world a better place to live?
Okay. For
Mhm.
me, as a man of vision and as a man of faith, I believe
Mhm.
that we can only do so much as a man. But in order to make a change in this world, there needs to
Mhm.
be more intervention to that. And I
Mhm.
believe in the power of God.
Mhm.
And faith is something, and hope is something that I want to share to a lot of people, because of the what we're experiencing. We have a pandemic, and a lot of people may lose hope and may lose the fight against this pandemic, and we may not be able to see them um, in the turn of the year, or they may not be able to see the day tomorrow. So one thing that I want to share to them is that the faith that I have in God, that
Mhm.
believing that whatever wall we have in front of us, we are destined to break through that wall.
That's
And
right.
um, these walls are barriers for us to make a change in the society. And if we break these walls, we don't know if these walls turn into bridges for us.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Because well, in my own opinion, no, faith and hope always go together. It's
Yes.
like, yeah, it's like you cannot just hope without faith. And
Yeah.
when you have faith, there's always hope.
Hope.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, if you have these two characteristic or behavior somehow, if I may say, yeah, definitely everything will be fine.
Yes.
Hmm. Thank you so much, Sir Ken. And we
Yes,
have
thank you.
another from J at J. Hi, thank you for coming back, Jay. So, another Suki. What is more important for you, having a good career and having a happy family? Why?
Yeah.
Mhm,
I believe that you can have both of that, but in the case um, a situation wherein you have to choose one or the
mhm,
other, I believe having a happy life is more important
mhm,
because a good career is not good at all if you're not happy having it.
mhm,
So you are happy no matter what if
mhm,
you have a happy life. So
mhm,
with that good well-being, being happy in your life, you can of course produce something or make something out of your happy life that is beautiful, that is good. And you can always, if you have a family, you can support your family because you are happy. We cannot if work well on a situation wherein we are not
mhm.
happy and striving.
All right. There you go. Oh, another question coming from Aaron
Yes,
James.
yes.
Bilang isang modernong Pilipino or Filipino, ano ang mas mahalaga para sa iyo? Successful career o ang happy home? I think just the same question that we've
Yeah, it's
just
just the same
yeah.
question.
All right, Aaron, we have to move on, Aaron. Question coming from Arvin Chester Basihan. Why did you choose? I think we've already asked this from the beginning, Arvin.
Yes,
So,
yes.
would you like to answer this
I think
for Arvin's sake? Yeah.
an additional question kasi dito
Mm-hmm.
is other than other pageants,
Mm-hmm.
as compared to other pageants, I
Mm-hmm.
believe that Mr. of Filipinas is an advocacy-driven pageant, and I am full of advocacy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it suits me. It's perfect for me. Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Halimbawa, may isang COVID vaccine na lang natitira. Kung ikaw papipiliin, kanino mo dapat ibigay ang vaccine? Tanong kina ano. Final question to sa Miss Grand International
Yeah,
2020.
yeah, yeah.
60-year-old or 18-year-old?
Yeah, actually, I have actually analyzed this question before because
Mm-hmm.
Samantha Bernardo answered should give it
Opted
to the 16
senior.
60 years old 60
Mm-hmm.
year old person, and all of the other candidates say 18-year-old.
18-year-old, yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
because they're the future of the society, I believe that if the the youngest generation are strong enough, we
Mm-hmm.
can protect our old generation. So I will give it to the
The
18 year
senior.
old.
Mm-hmm.
No, to the 18 year
To the
old.
18-year-old.
Yes, because our protection goes beyond the vaccine. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, as a generation, if we work together, if we help each other, and if we protect each other, we can battle against any pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, we need to strengthen the young because
Mm-hmm.
we are the capable, and
Mm-hmm.
in order to protect the older generations.
Ooh, there you go. Thank you so much for that, Joey Tacorega. All right.
Yeah, he's
And
my friend
Arvin,
actually.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Kaya pala. All right. So Arvin is asking, why should you win a title on this pageant? Actually, there's only one title to be won, and then the rest is runners up, right?
As we're explained that the others will be announced as prince.
Runners up. I
Yeah,
Prince, all right.
prince. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
later on, the other four will be crowned on a different day.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the other titles because there are five titles all in all. But
Yes. Mm-hmm.
in at the end of the pageant, one crown will be announced. But
Mm-hmm.
on another day or another schedules, each one of us will have a separate coronation,
Mm-hmm.
wherein the Mr. International title will be crowned.
Mm-hmm.
The other three titles will be crowned as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, um, To answer the question, why should you win
When
the title on this pageant? I believe that I am a high caliber man, and that's what the title needs.
Mhm,
Someone who was able to surpass challenges in his life, and someone who was victorious and successful overcoming those struggles.
mhm,
And looking forward, having the title holder should be a breakthrough minded person, a
mhm,
person who knows that every wall has a hole, every
mhm,
wall is breakable, and
mhm.
is every wall we can come and overcome every wall. So
That's right.
knowing and having that capacity and ability as a
Mm-mm.
person, I know I deserve to win the title.
That's right. So that's the man, right? All right. Thank you so much, Arvin, once again. And coming from Jordi Gaston, why do you think it is called a building when it's already built?
I actually have a witty way to answer this,
Wow.
because a building is not a building without people in it. And
Mm-hmm.
the people inside it, we're building relationships. We are building the country. We are building the society.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I think a building is called a building, even though it was built,
Mm-hmm.
even though it was built a long time ago. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Right, Diva. Hmm. If you have, thank you so much for that, Jordy
yeah,
and
yeah. That was a
Jay.
wonderful question.
Yes. If you have to foresee our future, what do you think of our country after this coming election without mentioning your names? Sorry. Can we not just can we just pass on this question? So I do apologize for that. Hmm. Sorry, I wasn't able to filter that out. How do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Of course. This is a good question, actually. That was a
Mhm.
question I was not able to answer properly back
When
in
was that?
2019, I guess. But
Mhm.
I ended up still
The winner?
winning an award. But I was not s- purely happy about my answer,
Mm-hmm.
because I felt like I failed myself,
Hmm.
knowing that I don't see anything. I don't have a plan for myself 10 years from that time.
From that time.
But if you're going to ask me right now, I can answer, of course. And I see myself 10 years from now, of course, as someone who made the Philippines proud.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm happy being a Broadway actor already during
Mm-hmm.
that time, and people refer to me as the um, man of the world Broadway actor.
Wow. Di ba? That only means that when you were asked of this question back in 2019 and you were only 23 years old, and
Yes,
by the time that it's already asked right today or tonight to you and you're already 25, right? So it's
yes,
basically a sign of maturity,
yes.
I can say that because, well, by the letters, by the letters talaga, by the letters, men are actually getting matured at 25.
Oh,
So
that's great. That's
yeah.
why.
Yeah. So because normally women gets their maturity at age 23. So
Mm,
I think
they
so.
mature earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Women
why we
matures.
need. That's why we need women in our lives.
Yeah, women normally mature earlier than men. So, well, when it comes to marriage, that's why this is very logical when it comes to marriage because men should always be should be at 25 while women should be at 23 and there
Mm.
could definitely be a perfect couple. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's
Mhm.
why a lot of couples are don't like have the same age. Usually
Yes.
the lady, the woman,
Mhm.
the woman is younger, but
Yes, that's right.
maturity wise they're just basically the same age.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have a question coming from
Sir
Sir
Alex.
Alex. Actually, speaking of before Sir Alex, that's basically the reason why men and I mean the couple are encouraged to actually much. I mean, men is much um, older than the women is because when they're at the same age, they
Yeah.
could definitely clash all the time.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But of course,
All right.
that's just majority. Other
Yes. Mhm.
cases are different.
Yes, of course. There could be rare.
Yeah.
All right. We have a question from Sir Alex Moico now. You sing very well, Josh. Josh, rather. And if you were a song, which song would you be and why?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If I were a song,
Mm-hmm.
I would be. I haven't thought of that actually, just yet. So if I were a song, if I don't know if you know the song River. This was a
I don't
song
know.
from the politician.
I don't
So
know.
it's basically a song that talks about an escape from a problematic situation. So if I'm a song, I want to be an escape for other people from a problematic situation. So I want to be their way out of their problems, their way
Mm-hmm.
out of their struggles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you want to um you want me to
Someone's
sing it?
asking.
Ayan.
Yeah, someone's
Ayan.
asking. Simple Broadway song. I
Uh,
guess just the song that you are basically you wanted to be.
sige. I'll sing the song River.
Mm-hmm.
I want you all to hear this song. It's a song from Ben Platt. So it goes like this. I'll sing from the start so that I
Huh?
could remember the lyrics. Um yeah. It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I could teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I've made my baby cry. Yeah.
Ooh, diba? Oh, there you go, Arvin. Kinilig si Arvin.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that, Josh. Oh my God, parang
Yes,
ang dami mo
yes.
ng songs ngayon, ha? Ayun. Oh, Jiru. Hello, Jiru. Thank you so much,
Hi, Kuya Jiro.
Jiru. Yan. Jiru, thank you so much, ha, for dropping by. All right, so we have a question coming from JHI once again. Which is more genuine, a frank person or a transparent person?
Okay, let's define first the two of them. A frank person is more likely someone who says what's inside of
Mhm.
his mind.
Yeah.
And a transparent person is someone who lets you know how he feels, who
Mm-hmm.
lets you know what's bothering them. So for me, the more genuine person is a transparent person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because a frank person can always not filter his words,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time can always be hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
So a transparent person is someone who knows what he has to say and who knows what he can only say
Mm-hmm.
and knows who can say them to only.
Mm-hmm.
So a transparent person um, filters the audience, knows
That's right.
what message he has to give to people. So for me, the better and genuine person is a person who communicates better.
Mhm.
And that's a transparent
Ooh.
person.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. Yun na lang
Thank you.
masasabi ko. Wala na akong masasabi pa. More than just wow. Yun.
Oh, thank you so
Okay.
much.
So, ayan, nag-appreciate siya. Excellent answer. Love it. Sabi niya.
Oh, thank you so much.
Alright. Thank you so much, Jay. And another from Arvin. Oh my God. Sino ba ang
Oh.
sinusuportahan mo, Arvin? What makes you decide to join a pageant even if we are facing pandemic?
The number one reason why I joined the pageant, even despite and in spite of the pandemic, is because of my advocacy. Paglaom, it's
Mhm.
our word in our language that means
Mhm.
pag-asa,
Okay.
and that's one thing that a pageant gives to everyone who watches, to
Hope.
everyone who supports.
Mhm.
We give them hope, we give them light,
Mhm.
we give them the idea that we can do anything, we can do great things, bigger things,
Mhm.
in spite and despite of this pandemic. And specifically, pageants are something that are really really normal back when we still don't have a pandemic, and
Mhm.
we give them a sense of norm, a sense of a feeling that it gets better, a
That's
feeling
right.
that it's we're getting there, we're getting closer to ending this
Mhm.
pandemic.
That's right. So definitely it's a hope for
Yeah.
everyone. Sabi niya, hi James Edward. Yan. Nawala yung live
Hi,
namin ni
James.
James Edward last night.
Oh.
Oo, yeah, I'm trying to fix our live last night kasi nga nag-ano naman siya well, it's simultaneous with our on our YouTube din. So I'm trying to edit that. Okay?
Yeah.
So no worries. No worries, James. I will
Or
re-upload that.
I just want to say that all of Misters of Filipinas candidates now are idols. Like ang gagaling. We all have our strengths, and we actually have other entrepreneurs in the pool of candidates for Misters of Filipinas. We have
Yeah.
Zeus Sado. He's giving
Mhm.
us this pomade, his
Mhm.
own brand of pomade, and I'm excited to have my own. He sent us a picture of each pomade for all of us. So it's
Nice.
exciting. I'm really
Mhm.
really excited to meet all of the misters and the
We'll
brothers.
we will have him next week here.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, because yeah, we will have him next week. Kasi late na
Yeah.
kasi nag-ask yung ano niya yung handler niya, I guess, or yeah, I think handler niya. So yeah, so yun, next week na yung next na available for Misters. Sorry guys ha sa mga magpapaschedule pa. Whew. Ayun sa mga next question coming from Aaron James Cruz once again. Many countries have their own securities. What is for you? What is it for you? Private or public?
What do you mean? Wait lang. Medyo malabo yung
Medyo
question.
malabo din sa akin.
Many countries have their own securities.
Securities. What is it for you? Private or public? I think we could ask Aaron if he can.
Can you
Yeah.
rephrase the
Can you
question?
rephrase the question? Yeah. Can you simplify it or modify the
Oh,
question rather?
yeah.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Yeah, we'll definitely get back to you, Aaron. But while waiting for that, let's talk about one of the pressing issues right now
Mm-hmm.
in in sexual orientations. So let's talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
soji. All right,
Yes,
let's talk
yes.
about soji. So soji is basically asking for a recognition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or somehow yeah, it's a recognition like there's a third sex in here or something like
Yeah.
that. Now we are basically recognizing male and female, so how could you handle, well, what's your stand on that there could be a possible third sex?
For me, there's actually third sex in the society, and I've learned from it just this college in my college years, and for me that was really eye opening, and
Mm-hmm.
it helps us become better individuals on how to treat other people, as
Mm-hmm.
human beings. And for me, having the Soji, being educated to a lot of people as well,
Mm-hmm.
we could have a better society, more accepting and more loving society,
Mm-hmm.
because we know the struggle of the LGBT community,
Mm-hmm.
and I, for one, have seen um, struggles from a lot of members of the LGBTQ community, and there's no way for me. There's no other way than to love them and to accept them.
Mm-hmm.
And as a Christian, I know that it is mandated for us to love one another,
That's right.
and to be able to do that, we should accept them. We should
Mm-hmm.
love them as our brothers and sisters for
Mm-hmm.
who they are.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of brothers and sisters, when what if
Yes.
we've already recognized the third sex? How would you call them aside from brothers and sisters? So how would you address them?
For me, it doesn't depend on me. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on them. I will
Mm-hmm.
always communicate to them, and I would ask them what was their preferred um, how do they want me to refer to them? How do they want me to call them? So right
To
now we
address
are
them.
being taught with knowing how to use the proper pronouns in
Mm-hmm.
addressing individuals in the society. So right now, the third sex, we use the pronoun they. We don't use
Mm-hmm.
the pronoun he or she. But there are trans women and trans men that they refer to use the pronoun him or her
Or her.
to each one of them. And for me, that's only rightful, because it depends on them.
Mm-hmm.
They're the one who told us to say it, to do it. And the only person who knows who they are is the individual themselves. So we
That's right.
don't have to dictate to them who they're gonna be in the society.
And who are we to judge them, right?
Yes.
That's right. So, oh, sabi niya, pasensya na po sa English ko po, sir. Oh, that's fine,
Oh, that's
Aaron.
fine.
Tagalogin mo na lang po,
Yeah.
Aaron. Yeah. So, it would be better na Tagalog yung ano, instead of hindi namin maintindihan. Right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so any more questions, guys? Okay, so if we have no more questions, then when we return, we'll definitely talk about your advocacy. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So okay,
Exciting.
okay. So please stay so please stay tuned, guys, and we will definitely return in a few seconds.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we are back. So, oh, we have some questions right here.
All right.
And yeah, do you believe that there is something beyond what we can currently perceive in the universe? That's according to Jordi Gaston.
Oh, thank you, Jordi Gaston, for that
Mhm.
question. And I do believe there is something beyond what we can currently perceive in this universe.
Mhm.
And for me, what we should do about that idea is to always, always exceed our limitations,
Mhm.
always try to achieve big things for our
Mhm.
lives, because that's when we progress, that's when we grow as individuals. And if we're going to talk about or look at this question as something
Mhm.
that, when we talk about the physical universe, of course, there's so much more to discover. And looking at that concept to ourselves, like
Mhm.
if you're aware of the idea that we have only just discovered 97%
Mhm.
of ourselves or our brains, it's always limitless possibilities. So
Absolutely.
do something great and do something that you love. that will help you
Mhm.
discover things.
Well, for me, just by just believing that there is God is already beyond the universe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Diba? So that's I think what I that's just my opinion on that question.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a great,
Alright.
great, profound opinion.
Because it's common joke.
Yeah,
Right,
but
we
it's
have.
good.
Mhm. Thank you. No, I just thought of it actually. So it's not common. Oh, the question is coming from Aaron, and as according to him, this
Oh,
question is coming was actually asked in 2019 to Miss Thailand, was Fasai. So the question goes this way: government surveillance is used to keep many nations and they're safe, but some believe this
oh.
invades our right to privacy. So, what is more important to you, privacy or security?
For me, it's not a question of or, either or.
Mhm,
We can always have security by still protecting the privacy of our citizens. And
mhm,
for me, surveillance is something that could be abused, something that could be exploited,
mhm.
and we should always hamper exploitation. We should always hinder abuse in the society, and to be able to achieve security. There are other ways that we could provide our society with security and without invading the privacy of our citizens.
Perfect. Right? So, ikaw na ang dapat na nag-Miss Universe. Charot. Joke. Okay, we have a question from Charlo. He is very curious to know if you have a girlfriend.
I am in love with someone, but we're not. I can properly say that we're officially girlfriends and boyfriends,
Mhm.
but we're on a
Courtship
setup.
stage.
Yeah, we have a setup right now,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'm trusting the process, and I'm loving the process. Yeah,
There's no label.
yeah.
No label yet.
Only
So
us
yeah.
knows what it is. Yeah.
All right. Only the feelings. All right. Diba? Okay. So let's move on since we have no more questions right here. So
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about your advocacy. Can you tell us
Yes.
more about your advocacy? So we've watched that very moving intro
Oh,
video that you
thank you
had.
so
So
much.
can you tell us more about that?
Okay, so I will also use the words I used in that video. So the Paglaom project, Paglaom means hope or
Mhm,
pag-asa in our local language.
mhm,
And it is an initiative of the Youth Empowered Pili. This is a branch of a national youth organization, which is Youth Empowered. It is sponsored by Church of God World Missions Philippines, where I am a member of. And right now, the reason why Paglaom Project existed is because we have seen a lot of the young people coming back to the churches because they need help,
mhm,
and aware of that situation, aware that a lot of people out there are depressed, a lot of people out there, the cases of suicide is increasing.
mhm,
So we have devised a way for us to help the youth of the community cope with the pandemic, because we have seen youth sector as the
mhm,
one that is most affected by this pandemic. A lot of dreams has been halted, a lot of education has been hampered, a lot
mhm,
of well-being has been disturbed. And for me, in order for us to help them, we should reach out to them. And the thing we're doing right now is the first thing we did was we had a mini concert, a
mhm,
concert of hope, wherein we played a series of songs and performances that give hope to them. And
mhm,
the second part was we had our youth camp, which we did last July 20 to 22. And
Mhm.
actually, that's where I almost died. I almost drowned with two of the other youth that we had in that youth camp. But
Uh-huh.
thankfully, we survived. And yeah, coming this August, we are doing workshops for young people. These are skills development workshops wherein we
Uh-huh.
teach them life skills,
Mhm.
and we teach them skills like music, arts, and everything. Because we believe that in order for the youth to be to have hope in their hearts, their skills has to be channeled. They
Mhm.
should know that they are still useful in the society. They still
Exactly.
have a purpose to live and to be alive, to
Mhm.
stay alive despite this pandemic. And that's one thing that we are celebrating and channeling in Paglaom. And
That's
also in Paglaom, we believe that we will be able to survive this pandemic. But what matters most is that right now we're doing something. Right
mhm.
now, our youth is productive. Our youth is developing, because the problem we'll have another problem if the pandemic is over, and
Mhm.
then it's like all of us are coming out of a room for the first time, knowing
Mhm.
nothing, or have achieved nothing. So that's what we believe in Paglaom.
Oh, that's so broad, huh?
Yeah,
And
and of course, the project stretches up to next year.
mhm.
The ultimate plan for Paglaoms to make a musical out of our experiences in the pandemic. So we'll be preparing for all of the youth that we are training right now will
Mhm.
be part of that play, and some of us will be starring in that play. And I hope a lot of people would support it, and at the same
Mhm.
time we could gain more budget to help more and to reach out to more young people. Right now we have 80 young people of
Mhm.
ages 14 to 25, and everyone is thankful and everyone is having a good relationship with each other.
Wow, that's so heartfelt, huh?
Oh,
And
thanks so much.
yeah. So how long have you been working for this?
We've been working for this since
Okay.
March
Mm-hmm.
2021. And then I've been in the business of youth empowerment since I was 17. And right now I'm mentoring three young the youth leaders in our
Mm-hmm.
church, local church. And one thing that I want to achieve and I want to pass on to them is the skill and the courage and the confidence to be able to rise up with any situation. And I want them to be able to face any person and to talk
Mm-hmm.
to them and to be able to get to know this person.
Mm.
Yes.
And aside from the what was that again? The church supporters the church support that you are getting. So, do you still have any other sectors that's supporting the project?
Actually, it is not just the church supporting
Mm-hmm.
the project. A lot of other people have pitched in their help as
Mm-hmm.
well. A lot of organizations have pitched in their contribution to the project. At the same time, we are still calling for contributions from people, from everyone. Actually, I have posted the shirt, the Paglaom shirt,
Mm-hmm.
on my Instagram account, so
Mm-hmm.
that anyone could help the Paglaon project and could pitch into the Paglaon project by just purchasing a
Mm-hmm.
Paglaon shirt. And it
Oh,
is I designed that shirt for
mhm.
because as I told you, I'm a graphic artist,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of me that's um I put into there into that shirt.
I hope you could make a shirt for us as well. Joke.
Sure thing, sure thing.
Just kidding. I know that's gonna be very expensive, of course. But however, we're still talking about your advocacy.
Yes.
I lost my question a while ago. So you were mentioning. Oh, there you go. I was able to understand it. I was able to get it. So I to get it.
Yeah.
So this project, I mean, this advocacy that you have, is this your own initiative, personal initiative, or it's a collective initiative by a group?
It's actually a group effort,
Mm-hmm.
and the term paglaom was something that I termed, something that
Mm-hmm.
I coined
Mm-hmm.
because I was reading this book that I got from a
Mm-hmm.
friend. It's called
Mm-hmm.
Hope in Front of Me,
Mm-hmm.
and I read that in my most lowest situation when I was
Mm-hmm.
rock bottom, and I want to share that to a lot of people, to other people, that whenever we don't feel like hopeful or hoping for something,
Mm-hmm.
our hope is always in front of us.
Yeah,
We can always choose to hope and to believe that there is good in any situation,
that's
and
right.
we will be able, and we are able to rise above anything, and that's one thing that I believe. And in this group effort, group collective effort of being empowered, um, we can reach a lot more people, because change is achieved when we work together. It's not
That's right.
something that you just do alone.
Mm-hmm.
You can change something, but it's just a little bit. But if
Mm-hmm.
you work as a group, you work with a lot of other hands that could help,
Mm-hmm.
then our change could make waves, not just ripples.
That's right. Oh, so there you go, guys. So I think, well, the advocacy in here is really very much sustainable, I believe. So I think, yeah, congratulations for that. All right, before we play or before we do the exercise that we have prepared, there are actually some questions in here. Is it okay for you if you could pull this up?
What's come again? What's that?
Yeah, there are still some questions that are coming in.
Oh,
Is it
okay, okay.
okay if we could pull them up?
Yeah, yeah, sure
Yeah,
thing.
for you. Okay, dokie.
I just removed my earphones because
Yeah.
my phone is at 8% already, so
Oh,
I
I'm
plugged it
sorry.
in.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's already 2 hours. This actually supposedly for only 1 hour.
It's alright.
Sorry
It's
for
alright.
that.
I love talking to you,
Uh-huh.
and
Thank
I
you
love
so
meeting
much.
the people in the comment section and answering their questions.
All right, so I this is just a few anyway, so let's just get it on. All
Okay.
right, so what is more stressful for you, problem at home or personal problems from Jay?
Okay. So it actually coincides.
Mm-hmm,
Problem at home and personal problems coincides with each other. And for me, the more stressful is the one that you can control, the
mm-hmm.
one you cannot do something about. So
That's
as
right.
much as possible, when we have a problem at home, we should talk about it. If you have a
That's
personal
right.
problem, you should share it to someone
Mm-hmm,
for the purpose of letting it out or
mm-hmm,
trying to solve problems. So one thing that I do um, as a person and with my partner, whenever we have problems, we ask the question: Are we listening or are we solving?
mm-hmm,
So the first, because when we have problems, there are times that we don't want to hear opinions. We just
mm-hmm.
want us to be heard. So
Yes,
that's one way to solve your problems, because there are problems that don't need solutions, they just
that's right.
need um listening. So
Mm-hmm,
that's one thing, and the second one is to solve the problem, to listen for opinions, to ask
mm-hmm.
for opinions. how to deal with it. And of course,
Mm-hmm.
when we're dealing with problems, we should actually solve it from the root.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the way to go is to look ahead,
Mm-hmm.
not to look back.
That's
So
right.
we Filipinos, we have that kind of problem when we encounter a certain conflict, a certain issue, we tend to blame the other person na like, ikaw kasi ginawa mo to, ikaw kasi dapat hindi mo na to ginawa. So that's
Mm-mm.
one thing that's so wrong about us Filipinos. So we don't look ahead, we look back. And looking back doesn't solve anything.
Mhm. That's right. Sabi ni Lex Alvin, para daw tayong magtito, aliw. Kaloka. What do you mean by that? Well, kung ako magiging tito niya, I'm very proud kasi
Oh,
ang
thank you.
talino, 'di ba? Matalino, 'di ba? You know what, speaking of that, there's actually a wrong notion when someone reaches out and sharing problems. Kasi whenever someone reaches out, parang the thought of the person is to ask advice, but or to ask solution, to find solutions, but giving counsel and giving advice is not actually the best way at all times, because
Yes.
yeah, we all have different degrees of facing the problem, and different degrees of emotions. So yeah, I think the best way, well, in the perspective of somehow in the perspective of a counselor or on of a counseling, um, I think when someone reaches out, like sharing some things, sharing some problems, just really have to listen
Yeah.
and never ever say anything that you understand the person, because you really don't you really don't know where he is coming from, and you really you definitely have a different level of understanding what problem is.
Yeah.
So yeah, just ask the person, just keep on asking the person and talk to the person. Eventually the person will definitely find a solution on the problem. Yeah.
Kumbaga,
Hmm.
respeto. Ganun.
Ha, oo. Let the person find a solution for his own problem. Don't give a solution. Yun. Kasi magkaiba tayo. Ganun yun. Ayun. Anyways, moving forward. Oh, are leaders of today doing enough to protect future generations from climate change? If not, what more should they be doing? I'm sorry we cannot talk about this because we are talking because this is again tainted by political issues. I'm sorry po. Mhm. Okay, we have another question from Nad. So, what are the struggles that you are facing in promoting your advocacy? What are the things you are doing to overcome it?
Okay. So as a part of the group, the first thing, of course, that we struggled on is um, controlling, or should I say, conditioning the people
Mhm,
inside of us,
mhm,
of the group, the people inside the project itself. Because one thing that is so important when we have advocacies, we have projects like this,
mhm,
we should um, look into the well-being of the people working with us, rather
mhm,
than always looking at progress, looking at accomplishments, because we, as a group, we cannot accomplish anything if one of us are down, one of us
mhm,
are not functioning well. So the
mhm,
way to overcome it is we ask for we communicate with each one of us. We tend to ask and know if the person is still functioning well, if the person
mhm,
needs anything, because
mhm,
in any group, in any company, or in any organization, the
mhm.
well-being of the workers is the most important.
That's right. Okay, so my God, sabi ni Domingo, Ang haba ng interview, 2 hours na. That's right. Napahaba ang interview namin.
Yeah,
So, we're very sorry.
we're still having fun.
Really? So, as much as I really want to, di ba? Siyempre may mga kailangan kang gagawin din. Now, let's move on to the exercise that I was mentioning a while ago.
Okay.
So here we go. This is just very simple. Okay. So we have actually 6 crowns here. Oh, mystery crowns rather.
Mhm.
All right. So mystery crowns. Can you see it on your end?
Yes, yes.
All right. So we have 6 mystery crowns. Okay. So on each crown there is a group of word that corresponds. Group of words or word rather, that corresponds in each crown. So it's something that you could make a comment on, give an opinion or reaction. All right, are we ready? So let's pick your first crown if you are.
Okay. My first crown is um, number one.
Number one. All right, here we go. Jeans or slacks?
Jeans. So long as it doesn't, um, it's not tight fitted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was torn
Huh?
to choose slacks actually, because it's
Mm-hmm.
more comfy. But
Uh-oh.
jeans could be worn anywhere at any situation,
Uh-huh.
occasion, so it's more versatile. So I'll go for jeans. But
Jeans.
I don't really like skinny jeans.
Pero that's the trend, di ba? Yung mga skinny jeans.
Yeah, I don't want clothes hugging my skin.
Aww. Sometimes
I want
it's uncomfortable din eh.
yeah, yeah.
Even I myself, I don't really like those hugging clothes or hugging jeans or even shirts. Yeah. Okay. Sabi ni Dandy, nakabalik na ako. Sorry, Josh. Love to hear your voice. And yes,
Oh yeah.
akala ko ako ang gusto mo. All right, let's move. Next crown, please.
Okay, let's go for number 5.
Number five. What do we have in number five for 50,000 pesos? Just kidding. Letters or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Yeah.
No brainer. I would choose for sneakers
Mm-hmm.
always.
Comfortable then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Next one.
3.
Number three. Instagram or Facebook? Hmm?
Okay, I'll go for Instagram
Okay.
because
Because.
because I can use Facebook through Instagram. I post my everything on Instagram,
Mhm,
and it posts directly automatically
mhm.
onto Facebook. So yeah, and my Facebook is kind of crowded already.
Uh-uh.
So I want the I can breathe with Instagram.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, I think so. I think so too as well. All right. Do you want to continue for 100,000 joke?
Sure, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4.
Number four. Phone or desktop?
Okay, that's kind of
Mhm,
hard, but I'll go for phone
mhm.
because it's handy.
Okay,
But
that's
yeah,
right.
it would be really hard for me to choose between phone and desktop because there are things I do on my desktop, on my
Mm-hmm.
computer, that I can't do on phone, especially my
Exactly.
job, graphic arts.
Mm-mm.
The features on phone are limited as compared
Mm-mm.
to the desktop. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but still right now phone.
Yeah. All right. There you go. So I think we have the last one, I guess, right? Do we
We
have the
still
last
have
one? Oh, we still have
two
two.
episodes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go for six.
6. Premarital sex.
Okay. Okay, for me, as a liberated person,
Mm-hmm.
as a liberal, um, it's kind of hard to answer because I'm kind of conservative as well. I
Mm-hmm.
grew up in a Christian family and we believe that sex after marriage. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's part of the exploration process of individuals and as human beings, as living things.
Mm-hmm.
We have sex as part of our bodies, as part of our anatomies. So premarital sex, it comes to choice. It comes to understanding. So
Mm-hmm.
if you know what you're doing, if you know what the consequences, what you're getting into, then no one can stop you from doing that. But if you're a conservative and you don't want to do it before marriage, then that's fine as well. What's problematic in the society if we force our beliefs on other
Mm-hmm.
people? That's when we get problematic and we get toxic in the
Mm-hmm.
society. So if we have our principles, let's
Mm-hmm.
use it and stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
But forcing it on someone else is bad. No good.
My opinion on this is just that premarital sex is no longer just for the responsible people, but it's becoming a norm to teenagers,
Mhm.
especially to this generation, that doing premarital sex is just always part of the relationship. Like when you're in a relationship, it's just part of it. So that's just my problem on this. That making this as a norm is definitely
Yeah.
one of the reasons why, no, going back to teenage pregnancy and of course to what we call adolescent fatherhood, which is one of the biggest problems right now. Mm,
I
yes.
definitely agree to that as well.
Mhm.
And
So,
adding to that, you should always open the talk.
mm-hmm,
Discourse is always the solution. Communicate.
mm-mm. Super safe ang sagot mo dyan, sabi niya. Well said on premarital sex. Gusto mo lang talaga, Dandy. Eh. So we have the last crown, which is what do we have in here for 1 million sex
Same.
same-sex marriage.
Yes. I'm
It's
definitely.
basically $1 million question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm definitely for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
The same way that we cannot force our beliefs to other people.
mm-hmm,
And if you're a Christian, then you're a Christian, and
mm-hmm,
you're mandated to love.
mm-hmm,
And for same-sex marriage, people we cannot dictate other people on who they're gonna love and
mm-hmm,
what they're gonna love. And so if we're going to talk about marriage,
mm-hmm,
let's allow people to love and to be bound with the
mm-hmm,
person they love the most in this world. So in this world, we get to love a lot of people, but we can only marry um, a few. Yeah, if we're talking about marriage, and this is a decision someone makes that affects their whole life.
that's
And
right.
we know that if someone makes this decision, he knows or she knows that they know that is something big, that is something that um, will change their whole life. And
Mm-hmm.
who are we to judge their decisions? Who are we to judge their preferences? And of
Their
course, who are we
options.
to teach them who to love?
That's right. Okay, so no, I'd rather not to say anything. Okay, so thank you so much for playing with us, Josh,
Oh, thank
and
you
that's
so much.
definitely very much appreciated.
I had so much
Okay.
fun doing this,
Oh,
playing with six
I'm really
crowns.
And I'm really very honored to have you or in gracing our live sessions for tonight.
Likewise.
And yeah, I definitely have to say that this is one of the best interviews that I had or sessions that I had among misters of
Oh,
Filipinas. Oh,
awesome.
even with female pageants. So I could say that. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, you're very much welcome, Josh. And now, just like what I have promised to you, I'm giving you now this moment to somehow give messages to the people you want to, to somehow thank, and of course promote your projects, your advocacy rather, and your business, of course, and of course your social media platform.
Okay, so thank you so much for staying tuned with us up to this moment. And right now, I would like to promote to everyone. At first, I would like to thank everyone who supports me right now. Right now, my video is at 7,000 views already on YouTube. So if you want to see my advocacy video, you can type Mr. Number 8 or Mr. Hashtag 8 on YouTube and go to my video and stream that video. This is a great video. It was made by Imagine PH with
Mhm,
me. And yeah, thank you to Imagine PH, to Mel Cortez of Imagine PH, of course. And to the people behind Paglaang Project, to Miss Raya,
mhm,
to Gab, to Pastor Rodel, to everyone from Church of God. Thank you so much for supporting, and of course to LGUPD right now who is working hand in hand with me in the bayanihan of my video and to promote my advocacy. Thank you so much, and to everyone behind that. Thank you so much. I could not name all of you right now. Ng isa-isa. You know who you are, but I'm going to thank also our municipal mayor, Tom Bongalanta, and
mhm,
to our province, the province of Camarines Sur. I
mhm,
really hope to do a courtesy call already to Governor Niggs soon. And to everyone na nakachat ko on my IG, supporting me, sending messages of inspiration to me, motivation, and just plain thanking me or sending their mm, uh,
well wishes.
inspiration and the wishes to me. Thank you so much. Keep on talking to me. Keep chatting because it makes me glad, makes me happy that I make other people happy.
Mhm.
And also, I would like to promote my um business, Silk
Business.
PH. Yes, please support Silk PH, the anti-acne face mask. Yeah.
Mhm,
And also follow me on my social media platforms. For IG, you can look up the Josh Dino. Yeah,
mhm,
on IG, on Kumu and on Livit, the same handle, the Josh Dino. I I am going to have an interview tomorrow on Kumu at 10 p.m. So you could follow me, and I'm providing updates every now and then on my IG. And also, you could follow me as well on Facebook, Josh Diño. But right now, I cannot confirm friend requests already. I am at 5,000 friends, and my friend request list is kind of crowding up already. Yeah,
mhm,
so I'm really sorry for not being able to confirm all of your friend requests. But you can
mhm,
always chat me, you can always message me, and oh, of course, you can reach me on IG instead. So I respond to every message on my IG as long as it's wholesome, as long as it's respectful. So yeah, and yeah, basically I just said everyone, and also please visit my. I also have a TikTok, but I don't have a video yet. I don't have videos yet on TikTok. My name on TikTok is James Dean Yo. Yeah, it's James Dean Dean. yo
Mhm.
underscore. So that's me on TikTok. And on
Her.
Twitter as well, you can follow me at Dear Ewan Hansen. And
Ah, see.
look for River Loves Ocean. That's my name on Twitter.
Mhm.
And yeah, on IG I have posted the promotional for the Paglaom shirt for you to support
Mhm.
my advocacy. You can purchase the Paglaom shirt for 399 pesos. So
Mhm.
with that, you have a shirt and you were able to help other people.
Mhm. Make it 399.99.
Baka yun yung gusto nilang bilhin.
Di ba?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much once again,
Yes, thank you so much,
Josh.
Mad Philippines, for
Yeah.
having
hmm
me tonight. It was a great
It's
night.
yeah.
Great talk.
It's my pleasure. And however, just let I mean the episode doesn't end here
I
because I also have some people at the backstage who also want to extend or give some words of encouragement for you.
uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you are ready,
Nice meeting you, Francois.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
So are you ready with your supporters rather?
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. I'm ready, always ready for that.
All right, here we go.
Second.
So play VTR.
Hi, I'm Ariel. I'm Josh designer.
Oh,
Just one
nice,
moment.
Ariel.
One moment po. Kasi parang may mali.
Ayan.
Ganun.
Hindi lumalabas yung video though.
Mm-mm. Ulitin natin.
And
One moment. Parang, bakit ka nagganon? Pinahiya mo ako ah.
hi, I'm Ariel. I'm Josh designer. Josh is a very deep person. He's very intelligent. I've known him several weeks ago, and he's very nice. Good luck, Josh, on your journey. I know you can make it.
Hi everyone, this is Kote, short for Kuya and Ate.
Oh,
Joshua is a very responsible person, full of wisdoms, madaldal, makulit, responsible, at hindi nauubusan ng kwento sa buhay niya. But Joshua is a God-fearing person. My unforgettable moment for this man is yung hindi siya dumating sa isang beauty pageant kasi delay yung flight niya from Bacolod to Naga City. But he promised me na babawi siya sa isang beauty pageant which is in Tabaco City. And sa awa naman ng Diyos, nanalo siya. My message for him is, this is it. This is your dreams. From a school pageant, to municipal pageant, to regional, to a national pageant. I know na kayang-kaya mo naman to because I know for you from the start that pag sumasali ka, ginagawa mo yung 100% mo at hindi ka nakakalimot sa Diyos. My message for you is wishing you all the best. Kayang-kaya mo to. Make Camarines Sur proud for you. Good luck!
thank you,
Scarlett
thank
at
you.
Mr. Bicolanda JCIPD sa road 2019. Well, description ko kay JJ, alam niya na yan. He's my best friend and you know, I'm always here for you, bro. Best experience with you. Ano na yun, you have some of the dumbest, smartest jokes that only special people can actually comprehend. And I happen to be one of those people na nakakaintindi ng mga jokes mo. So, good preparation mo, bro. Kaya mo yan. Panalo mo yan. God bless you, bro. See you soon.
So, bye.
All right, there you go, Josh.
That
So,
was a lot. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Wow.
no, you're welcome, Josh. So it's just our simple gesture
How was your
to,
prize?
yeah, really, are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
just our
with
simple.
Carlo
Mhm.
Pineda. He's my best friend.
Oh, see.
Yeah, we
So
won
you
Mr.
did.
Bicolandia together, actually.
Oh, did you expect that? So you
No,
did expect that.
definitely not. Definitely not. I was totally surprised.
hmm So for that, actually, I would like to thank Mama Jesh, no, Mama Jess, for providing all those videos. That's basically the
Oh,
reason why I asked you to connect me to Mama Jess. So to your
so
team.
much.
Ayan. So thank you so much to the team, and thank you so much once again to all our viewers who have stay tuned up to this hour. So up to this last minute,
Two
rather.
hours and 30 minutes in, and
That's
still
right.
you're watching.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I guess this is the longest so far. And thank you, thank you so much, guys. If you have not liked our page yet, please do like and follow our
Yeah,
Facebook
that's about
page.
follow.
Yeah, and yes, and also subscribe and click the bell notification on our YouTube channel. You can also find us, guys, on Instagram and on TikTok. So please do follow us on all our social media platforms, even on Twitter pala. So
Yeah.
once again, thank you so much. Um, Josh, thank you for this very, productive night, I would say. And ano pong sabi ko, for this long interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and hindi mo ako masyadong pinahirapan tonight.
Oh,
Yan.
thank you so much.
Ayun.
Pleasure.
And yes, thank you guys once again, and good night to everyone. Hoping that you will still be with us again tomorrow. Oh, by the way, tomorrow we won't have misters. So we will be having Miss World Philippines candidates. That's
Let's go.
candidates,
Let's
guys.
go.
So that's gonna be. It's not only be one candidate, but three candidates will be with us. Will be with us tomorrow night at 8 a.m. still. All right. So I'm hoping that you guys will still continue to support us and continue to um, interact with us on our live sessions. All right. So once again, good night and God bless you all.
Thank you.
Bye.